Welcome everyone. Really nice to see you all joining in today. And our apologies for running a little bit late today because we've had some technical issues as usual. Everything interesting and to keep us on our toes.
Last time we were.
Hi Violetta, hi Sundri, hi Madhu, Ami, you are here as well. Great to see you all joining in. So today is day 35 of our meditation, and we were going to have a special guest who was going to join us, but unfortunately technology has restricted, so this is very it's going to be a very on-the-spot program, and we're just going to work our way through. So we'll still work on Mooladhara. We'll continue with that subject of paying a little bit more attention on a Mooladhara Chakra, and we'll go from there. So if you have any questions, we have a few minutes if you'd like to ask them now, or we can just get started with the program. So if you have something urgent you need to ask, fire away. Otherwise, we'll get started with the program.
I'm sorry. Actually, I think we are not able to hear the sound is too low.
Okay. Is that's Ashwin, right?
Yeah.
Chirag, you're my man on the other end, or Kriti. Is that a bit better? Do I need to speak a bit?
Better for us.
Sound is okay.
Okay, so Violetta says sound is okay. Ashwini, maybe check on your end. Is everyone happy with the sound?
Yes.
Yes.
For me also.
Okay, goody. Hi, Harsha, welcome as well. So let's get started. Unfortunately, it's only me, no Vara today, but one of these days we'll try and have him join us again. So let's begin the program today, as we're running a little bit late. So we'll start by being very comfortable wherever we are seated. And let's raise our Kundalini and place ourselves in Bandhan. So just raise our Kundalini. And then we place ourselves in Bandhan. So with our hands in our lap, I hope you're very comfortable wherever you are seated. And we're going to work a little bit on our Mooladhara Chakra. This is the chakra which is, to break down, Mula is our innocence, our gravity, and Adhara is the one that supports it. And this is one of the really important chakras within us, Mooladhara, because it holds us together. If the Mooladhara Chakra is healthy and strong, then everything else sort of works and falls in place much easier and nicer. And Shri Mataji, through her talks, has always expressed a very strong insistence on us having good Mooladhara chakras. And for that, one of the things that really helps us is to be seated on the earth and cleanse ourselves. That helps a lot. Also, as Mooladhara Chakra also gives us wisdom, which is really important. It keeps us grounded. It gives us gravity, and it reflects purity within us. It reflects our chastity within us. It reflects our also the innate quality of the mothering energy, the Kundalini within us, which is to do the right thing and not go and participate in things which are incorrect or which are harmful to us. So it sort of keeps us within that very nice boundary of protection. So working on Mooladhara Chakra is really important. If you may have checked in the resource section, There is also the Ganesha Tharvashish, which is the longer prayer to Sri Ganesha, which is the deity that resides on our Mooladhara Chakra. And but we'll keep it a little bit short and easy today. So we will try and say some mantras to the Mooladhara Chakra and cleanse and work and pay a little bit more attention on the Mooladhara Chakra. So again,
Gulshan, I'm in.
Oh, okay, Vara, you can join in now.
Yep.
Great. Do you want to take over? Or shall I?
Okay. I'll just talk a little bit about wisdom and Mooladhara.
Great.
Sorry, guys, I've got internet issues, so I'm just sitting outside on a bench.
Okay.
So is the voice clear? So it's not
your voice
any
yeah,
disturbances coming
no,
from
no,
the background?
The voice is very clear, Vara, and
Okay.
I'm happy for you to take over. So we're still here, and we can step in whenever you wish, but all yours.
Yep.
The audiences are nicely ready to go. We've got our
All right. Hello all.
We've got our Kundalini Bandhans on as well.
Excellent. So we've got a bit of a hiccup on my side. Apologies for that.
Okay.
So the first energy center is the Mooladhara, and I'm not sure if you heard that story of that Ganesha and the wisdom. So in the Eastern cultures, anything you do important, you start with paying your respect to Lord Ganesha. Is an interesting look. This Ganesha is. So he's got a head of an elephant and the body of a human. He rides on a little mouse. He's absolutely overweight by the current state of judging somebody's body. And then, so he doesn't look anything like a smart person when you look at him. So his quality that we imbibe and he helps us imbibing in ourselves is the quality of wisdom. And many times it is innocence, and when you call somebody innocent, they might not take it in a positive light. They might think that you're calling them stupid. But with this little story, you might understand the difference between innocence and stupidity, and how innocence and wisdom are innately related. In the Western culture, I think Winnie the Pooh is the closest that can get to the qualities of Ganesha. So I'll tell you the story of this Ganesha. So Ganesha is the son of goddess Parvati, and the father is Lord Shiva. So they have another son called Kartikeya, and like all parents who wants to teach something, they thought of a race. So they said, you two, you go all over the world, take a dip in the holiest of rivers in the whole world, and let's see who gets there and comes back first. So you have this Ganesha who is pretty almost immobile, you'd say, I guess, because he's on a mouse. And then you have Kartikeya, who has peacock. I think peacock is his vehicle. So he goes. As soon as the last words of the parents came out, Kartikeya was nowhere to be seen. And Ganesha was standing there in reflection. And then he does something very interesting. He just starts going around his mom and dad. So wherever, so Kartikeya is obviously pretty chuffed that he went to the first holy river and he looks around. There's no Ganesha, no sign of Ganesha. And then he takes the dip and he's like, yeah, I'm first again. And then he goes everywhere. And then when he comes back, Ganesha is just going circles around his mom and dad. And then, sorry, I made a bit of a mistake there. So wherever Kartikeya went, Ganesha was already there. So the Kartikeya comes back and then very sad face, and then he thinks, I lost the race. Ganesha was there and I don't understand. And then he asks, brother, how did you get there so fast? And he looks at Kartikeya and says, I didn't go anywhere. I was just going round and round, mom and dad. And then his logic there is, see, my world is my mom and dad. And they've created this whole thing. What's the point of going here and there? I'll just go around circles around them. And clearly he won the race. So that is where his aspect of innocence and wisdom are clearly aligned for us. So, if you look at it from a logical perspective, you're like, what is he doing? But then in the end, he won the race. So isn't he doing the smartest thing? Didn't move a centimeter outside where his mom and dad were there. Saved a lot of petrol. And then won the race. So that really explains that energy center, and the modern society basically almost prevents us from taking that attitude to life. And we can correct that situation by, number one, by having our self-realization, wherein we meditate. So those qualities are highlighted and improved day by day. And then when you do your regular 95 things, you bring that aspect. For example, sometimes you're in a meeting and then the big boss says something, and everybody sort of assumes that the big guy knows everything, and then they play along, and this guy says something, and then they're like, yeah. And then, actually, funny enough, isn't that expression elephant in the room? Or the emperor has no clothes kind of thing, and somebody says, I didn't know that we got the money for this project or something like that. And then the big boss says, oh, isn't there? I thought there is money for the project. And then they look at someone else. Mate, is there money for this project? And says, no, I thought you sorted it. And then the whole thing becomes very funny. But he's always this one guy who looks kind of stupid. He doesn't iron his clothes. He doesn't put any makeup on his or her face. He's not even social. This person comes there and asks this question. And all these, suit wearing, boot polished people with a lot of swagger, they just don't look that smart anymore. So that is really the quality of Mooladhara. And we don't really, and the funny thing is that I can talk about it, anyone can talk about it. It just doesn't change. So it only changes when it is really in depth to you, and that can only happen with your self-realization. With that, Chirag, can you please go ahead and play the speech?
Okay, bye. I'm sharing now.
Thank you.
The one which is reflected within us is the Shiva, which is the pure spirit. This pure spirit within us is the reflection of God Almighty, Sadashiva. It's like the sun that falls in the water and gives a clear reflection, or else it falls on the stone. It doesn't give any reflection at all. If you have, say, the mirror, the sun will not only fall on the mirror but will reflect back its light. In the same way, in the human beings, the reflection of God Almighty is expressed in the way your personality is. If your personality is clean and clear, innocent, then that reflection could be like a mirror. Thus, the saintly people, they reflect God Almighty in the proper manner, in the sense that their own identification with wrong things is no more. When there is no such identification, and when a person is absolutely the pure spirit, then the reflection of God reflects into others. Luckily, you all have got your self-realization. That means the reflection of God Almighty is already working into your attention. The attention is enlightened by the power of the Spirit. The power of the Spirit is that it is a reflection. That means the reflection is never identified with the mirror or with the water. It is there till the sun shines. And when there is no sun, there is no reflection. So when you are in Sahaja Yoga, you have cleansed out yourself. Your Kundalini has also cleansed you. And now you are pure personalities. That's why this reflection is clearer and clearer, and people see it. See it on your face, they see it in your body, they see it in your work, in your behavior, in everywhere. It is difficult for people to really believe in themselves that they could be the reflection of God Almighty. They have some sort of a complexes about themselves, I think, that they cannot understand how they have suddenly become the reflection of God Almighty. But they have a capacity, and they can become the reflection of God Almighty, for which they have to have faith in themselves, faith in their ascent, to believe that we have become that.
I think we have lost Varabhaya.
I think it's going back and forth with my connection. Let me.
You're
Okay,
on mute, Bhushan. Didi.
Oh, sorry. Okay. You're here now, Varun?
Yeah, I'm.
Great. Okay, I'll let you take over then.
So let's do a short meditation. So let's put both our hands on the lap. Keep your eyes closed. And if you feel at any point that thoughts are disturbing you, open your eyes immediately and look at Gulshan's altar. Now place your right hand on top of your head. Keep your eyes closed. And when you feel that the attention has settled on top of your head, bring your hand down. For a moment, observe how you're feeling on your palms. Now let's drop our right hand towards Mother Earth. In our hearts we say, Mother, please clear my left channel. Once again, if your attention has wandered, open your eyes and look at Gulchand's altar. And from your heart you can ask, Mother, please remove all these thoughts. Mother, please remove all these thoughts. And then when you're ready, slowly close your eyes. You put your right hand on the left hand towards the sky. Mother, please remove all my thoughts. Mother, please remove all my thoughts. Mother, I do nothing. Mother, I am only an instrument to fulfill the big plan. Mother, I am only an instrument to fulfill the big plan of the divine. And slowly bring your hand back to the lap. With our attention on Sahasrara, let's say the Ganesh mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother, please strengthen my left Mooladhara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kartikeya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother, please strengthen my right.
I think this connection is lost.
Let's
Let's stay in this silent state for a few more minutes. With both hands on your lap, if your attention is not already there, bring the attention to the top of the head. Just experience that silence and get very comfortable with it. So now in your heart, you can say whatever you like, addressing Sri Mataji for giving us this gift of meditation. Now let's praise our Kundalini and take Bandhan.
Thank you, Vara.
Good. So I thought I'd say something about that, getting comfortable with silence. So known people, friends, and people who've been meditating, people who have not been meditating, is that music becomes the integral part of their meditation routine. And we got to be careful there. Because let us say we get a high when we meditate. When I say high, then you feel the cool breeze on top of your head. But sometimes when you listen to music, whatever music you like, it gives you a sense of acceleration. Like, you get, you think it is meditation, but it's not. Meditate, the mantras, all the speeches that Srimataji helps us to drive a point, the songs, the music, it is all positioning us to get to a state where we can experience that silence. And that silence is the most important part in this whole process. So when you meditate, just get very comfortable with it, because we are not used to that silence. We're not allowed to almost. There is, once you have this Spotify kind of thing, it's in your ears, and, you're listening to movie music, you're doing whatever. We are losing. I mean, my dad, for example, when I was a kid, like you could have this silent hour in the house. Nobody talks, just doing about whatever we're doing, and there's no TV playing or audio playing. But now, I hear there are these waterproof earphones. People want to listen to music when they're taking showers too. That sort of thing. So when you meditate, please, and it's because we're not used to that silence. It's almost scary. So we're like, if I am silent, all the thoughts that bother me come to me, and so on. But the point of meditation is it'll teach you how innately you'll learn how to sort of let go of those thoughts. So try and get into that silent state. It is by no means easy, but nothing great has ever been easy. Yeah, hope you had a decent session. It's been a bit of running around for me, but it's worked out okay. If you have any questions, shoot. Chira, Kruti, Gulshan, and Vara are here to answer any questions.
Namaste, Varagaru. నేను
Namaste.
అమ్మి.
Ammi Bonara. Okay.
బాగున్నాను.
So that's Telugu language, by the way, for the ones who don't know.
Yeah.
Good job, Ami. Well done.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. మీరు ఇది చెప్పారు కదా ప్రాజెక్ట్ వర్క్, అది ఆ స్టోరీ చెప్పేటప్పుడు నాకు అది సరిగా అర్థం కాలేదు.
Yeah. Okay.
ఎట్లా కనెక్టెడ్ విత్ ఇది మెడిటేషన్ తో?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll explain in English if that's okay for everybody's benefit. I can call you later as well. So you know, many times, you know, the whole society is we call it a knowledge society. If you look at Canberra, you know, you barely see anybody who is real. All these people are, you know, public servants and, you know, sitting in front of their computers and so on. So we get into this loop where knowing for knowing's sake, like, you know, I know how a computer works, or I know how to use iPad, I know how to use a computer, I know how to ride a car. All this becomes part of the knowledge, and it becomes so much that you really start to almost completely be disconnected to fundamental knowledge. And when you and that fundamental knowledge comes from the Mooladhara Chakra. So the example I was giving is, you know, you have a meeting with a lot of hot shots. You know, somebody is running a company, somebody is running a project. You know, somebody is on a $500,000 salary, someone is on $100,000 salary, whatever it is. So it's like you're in a meeting, and the assumption is that, you know, everybody is smart, or the person who earns the most is smartest or whatever. But then you don't ask the fundamental questions, which is the quality of Mooladhara. So what I was trying to connect is with your real life example to that quality. So the person who has the strongest Mooladhara will always think about those assumptions, just naturally. He's not like, he's not there out to, you know, look cool. He's like, yeah, you know, they're saying that it's like those real estate schemes, right? You know, there will be airport next to you, there will be a train station passing next to you, you know, there will be an helicopter next to you, but there won't be a water connection to start with. And then, you know, what are people going to drink? You can't drink aeroplanes. So that sort of thing. So with when Mooladhara is strong, you ask all those fundamental questions within families, in your life and so on. Did that make it a bit more clear, Ami? Otherwise, I'll call you after.
Yeah, ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది.
Okay, thank you. Good.
Good. Yes.
Any more questions while we've got Vara? He's very good at examples and explanations, so please don't be shy.
Thank you very much, Vara.
That's okay, Ami. I'll call you after this.
Okay, yeah.
How about Madhu, Sundri? I hope if you have any queries, please don't be shy, don't hold back. Ashwini, you too. Asha.
I'm interested to know Ashwini's phonic tales story. What is phonic tales, Ashwini?
Phonic Tales is my page. I started this in 2018. Basically, I switched my career from IT to the child education, and I love to, you know, tell everything through story, like for children. So it is like, and I teach phonics. So phonics, and with the help of tales, like stories. So we just gave the name as Phonic Tales. I small children.
Nice. You should probably tell us a story in one session.
Yeah, maybe I'll definitely. So
Because,
today,
you know, sorry, go on. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me. Yeah.
Because I think the stories you tell children, probably a lot of them, even if you don't realize, touch different aspects of the subtle system and so on.
Yes, and nowadays, like it is like that. But initially, I used to just connect everything with me, and I used to do this. So this happened, that happened, like all the imaginary kind of stuff. It is moreover, I work on their behavioral aspect.
Interesting.
Yeah, and today I have my friend Rosemary with me. Hello.
Hi, Rosemary, how are you?
Yes. Maybe wait. Just.
We can't see you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. Namaste.
Yeah, I can see you now. Hello, namaste. How are you?
Wonderful. I have been practicing this online for 2 days now. Ashwini has introduced me to it, and we are fellow teachers. And we know we were meant to meet in the park with my dog. So we're just following the inspiration.
It is
Excellent.
actually a very interesting story. Like my daughter loves dogs and they have a dog, very nice dog. So we went to a dog park and she was playing and she said, will you please go and talk to my mom? Like she always says that because she wants us to get a dog. But so we started talking, and then I got to know she's also a teacher, and I also like do that. I used to do a lot in India. Here like quite little. But then she started talking about soul, and I was like, okay. So then one day she came here just to see my resources, and then she saw Sri Mataji, and she said like because she has been following meditation practice from yoga. So she said, I know about chakras, and I know about, but she's not following Sri Mataji because she doesn't know about her. And then I told her, if you want to know more about, then you can come anytime back and we will talk on it. And then it's it started, the New South Wales program had started. So I sent her link. So she got her self-realization. She wanted to come and meet me in person again and do the meditation. So this is literally happiest.
My teacher has arrived when I'm ready.
Good on you.
This is
You know, all these people like myself, Gulshan and Chirag and Kriti, we take our time from our whatever we're doing. The kind of story that Ashwini just told and Rosemary, these really make our days. Thank you.
Yes. And it's happening exponentially. Every day I'm connecting with a soul, a fellow soul. And I'm just following that inspiration, that intuition.
I'll tell you how I failed in following my intuition today. It's so I drop my kids off from home, and then I go to work and so on. So I came into the car, kids were there. I forgot my lunch, so I'll go back and for my lunch. Okay, great. And then I went to drop my kid at the childcare. There was no bag. So I was like, oh, I shouldn't get cranky. I'm somebody who meditates. I can handle this. You go there, you get the bag. All right. And then I'm driving, and then I thought, because at work we can connect to the internet. And I said, I'm driving, and then I realized I forgot the computer charger. So then I said, okay, that's fine. I can beat this. I'm good. I'm a techo. I'm whatever I am. Like all these ideas of like the elephant ego kind of thing. So I went to when I dropped my daughter off, on my way I went to my mother-in-law and said, can I borrow your charger? So I gave a charger. I came to work, and then I was good. I called them and then said, can you give me this internet thing? They gave the internet password. It has worked every time before. And now I connect 11:45. The thing doesn't work. And then we think, there'll be 10 people waiting. So what do we do? Then you think of Chirag, and then say, mate, stuff happening here. Can you take over? And then, like his good self Chirag is, he never says no. He just comes on. Gulshan is doing her bit, and then I found some solution to join in, and then it worked, and so on. And then I realized, just when you said that word intuition in Ashwini, I realized God has been giving signs for me, so many signs, like 4 signs. Just stay at home and do the meditation session, mate. Nah, I had to, because I set it in my head that I had to go to work and I work better there or whatever. I had to do it. Unnecessary. And I was thinking, on a weekly basis, how many times do I not follow the intuition and just make more work for myself? So it's a good point. Thank you, Ashwini. That's made me reflect something.
Great.
I'm a little thick, It takes me 4 or 5 pushes, nudges by the God to realize.
So with your story, Vara, you did what Shikartikeya did, which was go around the longer way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know how hypocritical of me, like telling Ganesha's story.
Okay, we'll
Oh my God.
learn.
So
Yeah.
I mean, we just get that. Sometimes it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
And believe me, I'll be good for the next 2 months, and then I'll be again stupid as usual. But yeah, anyway.
Good. It keeps us on our toes. So good to have these reminders now and then.
Makes you more relatable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's great. We are sure you'll have a good time, Rosemary. We're so glad that you joined, Ashwini. And Ashwini, thank you very much for being a vocal advocate.
Yeah. Yeah. So pleased to meet you, Rosemary.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you.
We wish you all our love and your time in Sahaja Yoga. And Melbourne has a fantastic collective, so you're very
Yes.
lucky. Yeah.
Yes. I'm blessed. Yes.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone else for your patience and your calmness while we worked our way through, but it worked out okay in the end. And the vibrations were fantastic, Vara. So in spite of whatever, it worked out just right. So that was really good. Meditation was lovely.
And a special thank you for all our international visitors. I think Harsha is there smiling away from Canada, I think.
Yeah. And there's also Madhu from Malaysia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. And Sundari is from
I'm from Adelaide.
Adelaide. All right. You are representing Australia. Good. Then Bharat is from.
I don't know where Bharat is from. Unmute yourself, Bharat, if you can. Let us know where you're joining us from.
Melbourne, please.
Oh,
Melbourne.
nice.
All right.
Yay.
Okay. Wow.
Right.
Um,
And
we'll
Amis,
let you in, Bharat. Usually we ask people to send us CVs and so on before we let otherwise we would have known. No, just kidding. So Joanne is from
Joanne,
Canberra?
Joanne, she's from Queensland.
Queensland. All right. Okay, we're covering all the states almost.
Yeah, almost.
The good ones anyway.
So yeah.
All right. See you all.
Great. Thank you everyone for joining again.
Yeah, see you.
We shall
Bye.
see you, if not on Monday evening, next Thursday. And Lynn will be back by then. So thank you very much. Lovely to see you all.
Thank you all.
A lovely
See
week.
you. Bye, Chirag. Bye all.
Thank you, Rabaya.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Nice one, eh? आज कैसे